guys, my name is I am Rogers, coming live to you, giving you this vlog actually of today, sharing, and what I can also say is that remember, I'm coming live here in Kenya, Africa, and which is being located here in this continent of Africa. I am Rogers. For those who are new to this vlog of mine, do the necessary what is being required for you, my guys, because I need your support. I need everything from you, meaning that we normally depend on each other, and without giving each support, me and you actually go far to this extent. Today's vlog, actually, before I say anything, and what I can say is that if you are new to this vlog of mine, actually go to the previous one and do the necessary by doing sharing, comment, and drop there a sweet comment, not only just a comment but a sweet comment. And also you can go through this vlog of today and have a special look, because without you actually I can't go far to this extent which I've gone. Because remember, I am Rogers. For those who are new to me, who didn't know me, but that is my YouTube name, which I usually use day by day. But in my real name is Joseph Moseiro. When I came to this vlog today, actually, let me say this. This is what I want to share with you, my guys, whom are watching over me of this vlog of today. Remember, I'm seated under a good shade, having a special information, giving you, or trying to tell you some 1, 2, 3 things which you haven't seen or you haven't heard from me, from those previous of videos of mine, and have a special look and special view in this video of mine. Why am I emphasizing on these things, of these issues? What I can say is that to you, my guys, please, please, please go through those videos of mine, of previous ones, and do the necessary which is being required for you, my guys, whom are watching over me. I am Rogers, coming live, saying this. Actually, today's what I can share with you, my guys, is all about I tell you, the significance of trees which you normally plant in our local areas and all over the country, like here, Kenya, which I'm coming live. Remember, I am Rogers, coming live from Hispania border, which is being located along the A1 road, the Great North Road, giving you this clear information, and very essential one, and very amazing and fantastic one, because it's all about significance of trees which you normally plant here, because in Kenya, Africa, and other continent which is being found in these earth, what I can say is that generally is all about the significance of trees. Let me go ahead, don't boring you, those who are watching over me, listening, having a good attention to listen what I'm trying to pass to you. But the only thing which I can say, or I can emphasize on, is all about the significance which I'm coming to you. Let me say this. In Kenya, Africa, actually, where I'm coming live, we have several types of trees. We have cypress tree, we have eucalyptus tree, we have jacaranda tree, we have guava tree, mango tree, and many other trees which we normally have planted here, and they give us support, and they have the good thing. We get good things from those trees. But the main thing here, and the core factor which I'm trying to giving you, is the significance of this tree, which is I've already mentioned to you, for those who are watching over me. What are some of these significance, my friends? In those trees which I've already mentioned of, like eucalyptus, cypress, and others, and jacaranda trees and all those which I've already mentioned earlier. What I can say is that, what are some of the importance of those trees, the significance? The significance of those trees like jacaranda. One, those branches which you are actually you are seeing in any trees, those branches actually they usually used as a firewood. That's the first point you need to understand. Those firewood actually in the ancient time and at the same time in nowadays, actually people they normally those who are using traditional jiko like that one, which my cameraman can zoom it, that traditional jiko, that is the traditional jiko which we normally use here in Kenya, Africa. That's what we normally use, and we also have other types of jikos. When I'm my why am I saying and why am I showing you that a traditional jiko? A traditional jiko actually it is very essential and very cheap and very capable for cooking and giving out the food which you are being prepared to be cleared and very very fantastic and very amazing one, that food which you are going to cook by using those that kind of traditional jiko which I've already shown you earlier. That is the first point, raising up from the tree as acting the importance of tree. That's why I'm saying that in trees we normally get those branches, and those branches actually they are being used. They are being used for cooking. That is the first thing you need to understand from that point. The second advantage or the second significance of a tree, actually we normally get peppers from tree like eucalyptus and cypress and other trees. We normally get peppers, and those peppers, when you take those trees, they are being cut in the small pieces. They are being taken to the factory, and by the time they are taken there, they are making. There are some factories in Kenya and other countries which are being located here in Africa. They are normally cut those trees into 2 inches, and they that's how they are going to they process something coming up with peppers, and eventually these peppers they are being used for children or students in college or universities or in schools like primaries and secondary. They normally use those books for writing. Others they use those papers to write like newspaper, magazine, and other things. And also we normally get from paper what you can get any information by written down and giving a further explanation of something through paper by writing on it, meaning that paper is very very essential thing getting from the trees which I've already mentioned, and also the books for reading. We also been getting them from those trees, from coming up from those papers which you have already written, and or getted those papers from those trees which I've already mentioned earlier to you, my guys. And have a good note that that is the second significant. That is the second significant of tree. That first one I said earlier that the first importance actually those we get firewood from trees. That's the first thing you need to understand. And the second point you need to understand that we get peppers from trees. Those peppers we normally use for they are being taken to the factory and being processed, and they bring up those papers when you can use that paper to written bring something like book exercise, and book for those who are reading books are we are normally getting them from those trees which I've already mentioned. That is the second point. And the third point, what is the what is the another significant which we normally get from trees? What I can say is that we normally trees helps bringing up the shade in buildings. Trees, they bring buildings, they bring building that like that, and that school of us there. You can zoom it, my cameraman. That is the school. That is the school, and those trees. That is the eucalyptus. That is the eucalyptus tree actually, which we normally get also to bring a shade, and also it helps when the wind comes blowing from the eastern horizon. Actually, it can't remove the iron sheets of that school and any other building which is being done what which is being constructed for a long period of time. And have attention that that is the third significant of it helps in it brings shading, shading to a building, and it gives the homestead or a something which is good. And that is my friend of mine, a neighbor who we are working with here, is who we normally called Omulamwane. Yeah, that's Omulamwane, which we normally have here in our local area. So that is the third thing. Another significance of trees. Actually, trees, they helps in construction of houses. As I showed you earlier, those are some of the houses which we normally have here in Kenya, Africa. But the school which I've already zoomed to you and showed you earlier, that was constructed by using what? By using bricks. But let me show you some of one example of a temporary house, which is we normally construct by using trees. Meaning that trees also is very essential thing for the construction of temporary house like this one. As you can see, this is a tree. These these are some of the branches which I've already used for constructing these trees, this house, so that it can last long. It can last longer for a long period of time, like 25 years, 30 years. As you can see, this house was constructed some years ago, and still you can see them. It's very, very firm, although the mutuals have eaten the which the what catches down there. Okay, that is the what I can say talk to you. That's what I can talk to you directly, giving you examples and giving you some significance of some of the things like what I've already mentioned to you, that those are some of the importance or the significance of trees which we normally plant here in Kenya, Africa, and other continents like Asia, Europe, North America, and other continents. Because here in this world we have seven. In this world we have 7 continents which is being located here in Kenya, Africa. Okay, thank you very much. What I can say is that my guys, for those who are new to this vlog of mine of today, please go back and share and leave a sweet comment. Drop there and do the necessary what is being required and for me as an upcomer YouTuber, so that I can get a good support from you, and also you get any kind of information like this clearly and put them in your mind and know that this is how Kenya and this is how the African people, they normally get some of the significance from those trees which we normally plant here. Like I said earlier, that those are the some of the significance. Last but not least, what I can say also, some of the importance. Let me say, the importance and significance is actually the same thing. Let me say this and put clearly to those people whom are watching over me, that another significance of trees. Actually, trees also, we normally get timbers from trees, and those timbers we normally construct. It normally used for construction of houses and frames and other things, but which you normally see in a house. For the house to be completed, you need to have frames from a timber, and timbers, they are being found from the trees, meaning that trees also is a very, very essential thing to human being, to human activity, to human being who are living around those areas, which I'm trying to pass this information to you. My guys, what I can say is that, and what I can share with you is all about the significance of trees which you normally plant here. As I said earlier, that trees actually let us do the necessary in our homes, what I can urge you to do, because without planting any trees actually in your homestead, actually you can't go far, and you can't live for a long period of time, because trees are very, very essential things and very, very important to human being like me and you whom are watching over me. That actually, what I can say is that the timber also, we normally get timbers from trees, and also firewood from trees, peppers from trees, and it also trees bring, it helps keeping the shade. You can have a rest under a shade of tree there. That is also a significance of those trees which I've already mentioned to you. So my guys, okay, that is my friend coming my area, coming here directly is what, okay. This my friend of mine is trying to give me a present.
Chukua pesa yako officer.
Okay, my guy, this friend of mine actually is trying to give me 100 shillings note of Kenya. This is a note of Kenya. For those people who have never seen a note of Kenya, this is a money of Kenya. It's being found here. Actually, he has given me a present because I'm trying to speak a fluent and clear information, giving you, for those who are listening to me. I've said thanks and thanks a lot. He's trying to keep me to have that strength of talking and have a good keeping up of giving you the clear information, because he's the friend of mine giving me such a present of like this. This present which I've already been given is very good, and it will give me, it will help me to sustain my day of today life, because meaning that I said earlier that I need your support, for those people who are watching over me, listening to me, because the information which I'm giving to you is the fact and very, very essential information So my guys, I think you are interesting by watching this video of mine, this vlog of mine of today's. Remember, here in Kenya, Africa, it's 6 p.m. in the evening, giving you this vlog clearly and very nice one. And last but not least, what I can say is that before I conclude, what I can say to my guys whom are watching over me, do the necessary, what you need to do when you are living in this world, because there is no single day you can't share anything or raising up information like this which I'm giving you, my guys. For those who are watching over me, what I can say is that those are some of the significant which I said earlier, that let me summarizing by saying this. The significance of trees, we normally have several ones, like such that I mentioned earlier, that we normally get papers from trees, we normally get books from trees, we normally also get firewood from trees, we normally use trees for construction, our temporary houses and other houses generally. And also we also get shade from trees, and it prevents the homestead or the iron sheet not to be taken out with the huge wind which is blowing. And actually that is what I can say to you. What I can emphasize by finishing talking concerning this significant, what I can say or I can share with you and request from you humbling by saying this, my guys, if you are a Kenyan or you are a human being founded in this world, wherever you are in any other continent, what I can say is that, or I can share with you, or I can emphasize is, try to plant day by day one tree, just a seedbed of a tree, like a eucalyptus or cypress, any tree you have around there. Try to make some homestead of trees, and also try to plant some trees around in your area, because trees is a very essential thing and very amazing one, because without trees we can't survive, because trees actually it helps many things. Although I have not mentioned all the significance of trees, significance of trees, and what we are getting from those trees. But what I can say is that those are some of the facts which I've already mentioned to you, which we have been getting from a tree. Okay, my guys, what I can say is that have a special look, and may God bless you. Take a good day.